Good now, everyone. I hope this broadcast finds you well. My name is Artorius Winchester, Scholar of the Dreaming Glade, and welcome back to some Mahjong. Starting our kind of, I guess, true Artorius Winchester type week, in style, with a bit of the old gambling, you know, a bit of the old Mahjong. But I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing all right myself. I'm a little bit out of sorts. I think definitely had a couple of days this week where I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed early, and then found myself up at 2 a.m., which, worryingly, I feel like is something I say a lot. I should maybe rein that in a bit. But regardless, yeah, this is going to be the first week we've had in a while where we do actually get just drinking, gambling, and fighting on the channel. Not necessarily in that order. In fact, indefinitely not that order. Doing the gambling, then the fighting, then the drinking. But hey, it's gonna be a good week, I think. I've just got a feeling, and we're gonna start off that good week by saying goodbye to our friend Joseph here, because we've captured a new dude. Look at him. In fact, hold on. There we are. Look at this man. He's kind of hot. But yeah. So I was like, literally, I just saw that this guy was on the. I'm not sure if he still is actually, but I saw this guy was on the. Was on the summon banner. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, and this is limited as well. I also got this. I didn't realize this was limited. Hell yeah. But yeah, like, I saw that he was on the, like, rate up. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I've got a bit of this currency left from my last horrendous financial decision. I can, I can take a couple of swings at this. I can maybe gacha a new guy. And gacha the exact guy I want. I did. Which is fantastic news, because it means my pity coins, I can now, like, I'm 60 pulls, which is still, about 4 years away in this game's freemium currency, but, like, I'm about 60 pulls away from potentially getting someone else that I'd like, or alternatively, I also got this Richie Bet Key of Wonderland, which I think fits his vibe very well, and I got this, which is okay, but I'm kind of thinking, because I have the like, Ricci, yeah, I've got the Ricci dragon here. Is it worth me getting, like, dragon scale so it all fits the theme? Oh, it's questions, because, yeah, what are the ones that I really want? Yeah, it really would just be that, wouldn't it? I suppose I do also have the Ricci scythe, and then I could maybe do that into harvest time. So there's the potential there. I could just I could just have full dragon and full this. Although these you seem to come across semi-often, so I'll probably hold off on them until I next want to pull a character. I don't know who that'd be. Maybe this berserk looking guy. Because for those of you who've never seen the gacha banners in this game before, they've got some pretty neat characters. I'll give them that. Like, does it for my taste take far too much to get them? Yes. But like, are the characters cool? Also, yes. I mean, this guy is, like... Okay, no, I can't view them, like, fully from there. But this guy is, like, some kind of cross between 2B and Guts from Berserk. This is just the fucking... The Majoka. What else have we got? I like him. I really like him, actually. This guy's pretty cool. Sucker for top hats and that kind of, like, gestury kind of makeup. So I'd, like... Even though that guy's, like, probably not normally my type, I'm like, okay, I can get behind that. The fashion sense is on point. Who we got? I like him. I wouldn't have minded if I got him either. I mean, I was definitely aiming for Saturn mainly, but, like, I wouldn't have minded if I got him. Who else have we got? This guy's a bartender, so, like, he's on theme for the stream. And then we got, obviously, about 2-to-1 lean men to women characters here. Although the women characters are also, like, very cool. There's, like, not many of these that, like, I wouldn't be happy with. I do particularly like Miss, like, Red Riding Hood here. She's also very cool. I like the blues of it, like, on her clothes and her eyes. That's very neat. Who else have we got here? Got the bunny lady who has, like, the skin that I have to keep censoring. And yeah, just, a couple other kind of neat people in there. I get another character with blue on I really like. That's also very peak, honestly. Something for the furries in the audience. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, is there anything else down here I could actually use my reachy stuff, my pity points on. There is, like, I get different sticks, or... That's a really nice tablecloth. Although I don't think it's, like, limited or anything, so... Yeah. Oh, I can get music here. Ooh. Okay. I mean, I don't hate my music I've got at the minute. But that's also a consideration. If I don't go for characters, I could just go for some of these. And then you got some, you know, tile backs, which is nice. Although I've also, weirdly, got the dragon tile backs. Which is neat. But yeah, I guess I'll show all of this off in an actual game, shall I? Let me just check I've got it all equipped. So yeah, I've got Key of Wonderland, which fits that. I've got Firestorm, because it's the only one I've got. I've got this Dragon one, which I quite like. I might switch it to Scythe, actually. And just see how I kind of vibe with that. I've got Ginger Cat Paw. I don't know what this is, actually. Yeah, music. Portrait frame is standard. I got a bunch of backs, but I still think this one is just, like, the best one. Dragon tile backs. Default this, yeah. Ooh, no, I would like to save that, actually. Let me put the Scythe on. And just kind of see how that rides as we go into our first match. And we can actually hear our new dude talk. And he's got quite a deep, bassy voice, which I appreciate. You know, I'm always a big fan of that. Gotta support the fellow kind of like, down here, foe. We like it when people talk down here. Oh. There he is. That's my guy. Ooh. Okay, keeping the red dragon here is probably a mistake, but it's still marginally more useful than this north wind. We have one white dragon door in our hand, which we either need to commit to now that we're never dropping it, or drop it, like, immediately. I think, in this case, I'm going to drop it immediately. Because a triplet of ones is pretty hard to come by. It's like a lot of foo, so it's decently powerful. And we want to try and keep our east seats. Let's not try and work on, you know, like, maxing out our maxing out our points here. Let's just get a hand that wins to put us in good stead for the rest of the game. Not that there's any kind of rush to keep the dealer seat. It's east one, but also I only get, like, 2 chances at making the dealer seat work here. So got an interesting hand. We don't want to cheat that. Okay, more fool me. Oh, well. I could have kept any one of these, you know. Or I could have kept all these, and then one of them would have come up and been like, aha, I was right. But even then, like, an east got dropped there before I picked that up, so. Ooh, do excuse me. Start stream yawns. Yeah, so what's our hand looking like? Triplet of ones, that's block 1. 8, 8, 9, that's potentially our pair if we drop the 9 on block 2. 1, 2, 3 is block 3. 5, 6 is block 4. And then our block 5 is actually very suspect at the minute. We're going to need... God, what are we going to need? I guess a 4 or a 7 is really good for us here. Don't think we're going to need this 3. There's a potential that I could, you know, take the 3. We don't want to pawn that, 'cause that's probably going to be our pair. Like, I can keep that 3 of bamboo and then go for, like, pair of 1s, 1, 2, 3. But then I'm... or I could just do this. You know what? This works. The funny orange button has appeared. So we're going to do that. Also, yeah, I have to admit, the scythe doesn't have quite the same, like, gravitas as the dragon. And I think I've got the dragon tile set on as well that just... Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're being chased, which means that person definitely has something that's, like, worth risking points for, which is not good news for me. Let's hope we find that 7. There's 1 of them down, which means I think... Oh, no, there's 2 of them down, actually, so we're looking for 2 tiles left. It's not super likely we get our reach here, so we've got to kind of focus on lucky dodging for another 5 turns, I guess. That's one of our opponents wants to drop what the player opposite us needs. You know, the Westwood player, as it were. Okay. Nothing yet. Puts me in... that's... Oh, no. I had to stop myself from saying that's probably fine, because it's another 9, and I've died so many times, I think, last stream on 9s. Oh, these are not good drops. But we're getting away with them. We're kind of getting away with murder here. So many. I mean, I guess actually that one was completely safe. And so was the 9, thinking about it. So yeah, maybe I've actually been getting some decent draws. That 9's not safe, but there are 2 of them down here, so like it's probably fine. Anyone want to drop a 7? Would love a 7. Of characters, to be specific. Before that happens, I fucking knew I should have specified every time. Literally the 2 other 7s go down. Okay, I've already dropped that, so we're fine. I gotta survive like 1 more hand. Okay, and I don't think a North Wind is going to do it for anyone, so if you could just drop a 7 of characters, that would be great. Or you. No, okay. There was 1 7 there, and I assume there's probably 1 in here. Or 1 in the wall. 3 people ready, though. Damn, okay. So we do get to keep the dealer's seat, which is not bad at all with this hand coming up. Okay. As long as we can keep kind of jockeying for hands that are going to put pressure on other people, I think we're doing well in East Seat. Like, last round it didn't go quite the way we wanted to, but it could have gone so much worse. This is also a goated pick, because the 3 of Bamboo is a Dora. Which means it's worth more points. Excusez-moi. Right, what are we looking at here? A south? Don't want it. So, our blocks here. 2 easts. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 2 9s. And then 2, 5, 9 has just got to become a 5th block. That's a pair of 3s. I'm going to drop the White Dragon in case, I don't know, some kind of miracle happens. Like, maybe we can drop a 9 for, like, a 4 or a 2 of Bamboo here. Or, indeed, a 3. I wouldn't complain about a 3. Ooh, this is interesting now. I feel like, The tile efficient, like, correct play. Oh my god. I've got to drop this 5, I think. Yes. The tile efficient and, like, correct play is probably to drop one of these 3 Doras. But it's a tough call, you know. It's a toughie. The second I see a 4, I'm absolutely okay, fair. No East Wind's down. Is it? Perhaps Icy Phoenix. That's what I'm kind of feeling at the minute. Like, if I want a hand to... Ooh, or this. Or this. You know what? We're gonna throw it for the Dora. So we're gonna grab that, get out of this, get an East Wind at some point. We probably shouldn't have dropped that because we could have gone for flushes, actually. That was stupid. Yeah, I've been immediately punished. Okay, well, let's... That 2 is safe, so let's try and play a bit safe here and also go for maybe some half-flush shenanigans. And you know what? I didn't die, so as far as I'm concerned, I played immaculately, even though I very much did not. Oh god, is that... just a man gun. Okay. Well, you know what? It's not me in the man gun, so... That's fine. It's chance if you get 1 M. 1 man. Oh, like... Is it? You still have 1, 2, 3, and then a hanging 3 there, right? Maybe I'll revisit that one in a Mac afterwards and just see if my thinking was right there. Like, let me just quickly jot that one down. Here we go. Get a thing up here. So, East 1, repeat 2, 3, Soul, Dora. In the meantime, we've got a West Wind, which we don't want. We've got a South Wind we also don't particularly want. We've got 3 9s, 4, 5 Dora. That's very powerful here, actually. 7, 8, 8. That looks like a block number 3 if I've ever seen one. So we've got like 1, 2, 3. And then we need to make something or some other stuff. You can cut 3 swords and get Chanta, so it's worth the same one. But keeping 3 swords fine until then. Okay, yeah. So I was kind of writing that, like, it was... Well, maybe writing that it was... Probably the play to cut it at some point. I was just maybe thinking about it slightly too early. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, excuse me. Just taking a quick drink here. Throwing away this... no. Yeah. I've got to throw away this green dragon. There's already one of them down. There's also an east down, so I should probably be looking to get rid of that as well. Just going to block anyone else from getting... Yo, Atsta. Hi there, Pixel. Hope you're doing good. Oh, we are playing a bit of Mahjong. I'm going to drop this east first, and then I'll drop the white dragon afterwards. Because I want to try and deny people getting a triplet of easts and, like, speeding up before I get a chance to. The days are normal, but the exhaustion is real. Yeah, I feel that. I've been particularly early in EP as of late as well. Although, you know, it's partly because I've got busy days, and also partly because I keep going to bed far too late. It's a self-inflicted problem. Right, what are we doing here? Let's have a look. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. I guess block 5 has to be a pair from one of these. Like, is that what we're going for? A pair weight type thing? Ooh. Well, what we're looking for now is to not die. And I have no save tiles, so I'm just going to drop this and pray. And if it's Ipatsu, then I guess I would die. Luckily, it's not. Okay, a lot of 5-man going down. Like, that north is almost certainly safe. Which is not great for me. Oh, Christ. Okay, maybe this might be a fold. The angle here might be a fold. Yeah, no, I can't do that to make it work. Okay, that 2 is safe. We'll drop that first. And then I think I want to try and drop the 9 soul. Or do I keep... Okay, this is, like, very unsafe. This 3's just gone down and it's safe, so let's just drop that. Yeah. We're not in the dealer's seat. There's no, you know, real impetus for us to go chasing this hand. Okay, right, we're dropping the 9. It's safe, which is great, because it means we have 2 more safe tiles. So we're fine for at least another 2 turns, and then if we get anything that's, like, safer in the meantime, we don't, so that's another 9 drop. And East Seat Sumoed. Okay, you know what? One day I'll understand this crazy magic of a game. At its core, it's really not that bad. It's just, you make sequences... And, oh my god, that's a Hanaman. I mean, you make that if you can, but, like... Yeah, it's just sequences and sets of 3. It gets a bit scary when you're playing defense. But, for the most part, you know, just make your sequences, make your hand, and you'll be happy. I, at the moment, am happy to be 3rd, because, holy, there have been some large hands being thrown about. What are we going for in this hand? And was that 9 sword? The 9 sword's a reasonable drop, but I would definitely drop one of the dragons next. For my personal preference, you always drop the green dragon, because it stops... Like, the red dragon stops a triplet of red dragons, any of the hands associated with that. Green dragon does the same, but it also stops perfect green. And I know that's a Yakuman, and it's never going to fucking come up. But, like... I think you have to kind of give it its due. That does mean that dropping the green dragon is slightly more efficient. Oh, this 1 kind of stinks. We don't want that. So what are we looking for here? We've got a pair of 1s. That's block 1. We're fine with that. This 8-9 is a dubious block 2. This might be blocks 3 and 4. This might be 5. In which case, like, if I can triple up the 6s and then go 2, 3, 4, or triple up the 2s and go 4, 5, 6, then that makes it 2 blocks. 1, 1, 2 is, I'm going to say better than this 4. Perhaps. We'll go for that. We don't want to pawn out the 1s. I still don't want this 1. Someone else is looking at it, though, which means they have a pair of them. Or they've got a 2-3, in which case my 4 drop is even more justified. Retroactively, but still, you know, it's nice to know that potentially there's a world where that 4-man drop actually was smart for the current situation. 4, 5, 6. There we go. I'm going to be a bit controversial and drop this 6 here. Because, again, I think we have our 5 blocks established. We don't really need this. We've got, like, 1, dubious 2, 3. I've been immediately punished. This would have been so much better than 8, 9. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what we're going for. Unless this happens. There's not been a white dragon dropped yet. I guess I will... Do I want to fold out again? There's no need to get hasty. Now, we kind of can't drop this white dragon is the annoying thing, so... it's gonna be a grim one to play if we don't want to just fold this out. The 9 and the 8 are both safe tiles, so I guess that's a good thing we didn't drop them earlier. If this is dubious anyway, then, like, got it. Ooh, I could have had 5, 6, 7. That's a bad miss. Okay, let's drop out 9 and 8 here, I think. 9 first, and then maybe we get 6, 7, 8 of this. We can get 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8 pair of 2s or something. Is this worth it? Hear me out. This is kind of stupid. This is kind of stupid. Yeah, no, we don't. I was considering pawning it, but do it. No, I simply wasn't strong enough. Thank God that 3's safe. It's like, do I? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I'm going to pawn this purely because it stops Ipatsu. And then I'm going to drop this 1 and kind of just pray. There's, again, 2 people in reach. Also, chat overlays, bro. Oh, God, it is. Hang on. Let me, oh, fuck. The south safe. I gotta... Why isn't that working? Oh. What the fuck? Okay, this 8's safe. I've just got to play safe tiles for a second here. We've got another 1 in the chamber if we need. There's an 8 here as well. So we're safe for all of our turns. There we are. And I want to say, if this turns out that one of them was waiting for like a white dragon, I am thoroughly been vindicated, by the way. No, well, I don't wonder what they were waiting for. It was not a white dragon. Why isn't that working? Hold on, let me... Because it's appearing there. Let me... What on earth? That's... Do I have to refresh this? Hold on. This is why, 'cause it's not coming through here. Oh, and that's fucked up that. Cool. 1 second, I'm going to have to take chat offline. I can see your chats. It's just broken for some reason. Okay, oh god, I don't want to drop this 8, so I'll drop this 2 instead. Oh, Mahjong is made significantly more difficult when you're trying to faff about with other stuff. Wests, yes, sure, I'll pawn that. And I'll drop this 8. Maybe I'm the voice yet. Oh god, get me out. Oh, and that's still not appearing. Hold on. Okay, that's fascinating to me that that's just stopped working. I gotta get rid of the 7. So yeah, that's still not working. Can I? Settings. Chi this. No, I've already got 5, 6, 7 actually. Oh, we've got a green and a red dragon down. We can drop both of them. Why? Hold on. Maybe if I open this and then... Oh, this might be why. I think I've worked it out. Right, drop this red dragon, and then I got to do more fixing. Oh, which means remembering a login. Let's do... Please be right. Fucking god. Okay, I regret dropping that 8 earlier. Oh, that's not good. Do we want to chi this? We kind of do, actually. 5, 6, 7, 7, 9. Dropping this 9 leaves us with 2 tiles we can potentially run on, which would be good. I don't particularly want to run or chi that even. I think I've got to risk it at this point. We're fine. We're fine. Oh my god. It really is just these 2 players, like, absolutely going in each other's throats. Hold on. Maybe that? How did I get this set up before? And why is it broken at the worst possible time? Is it? Okay. No, that's still the same. I don't know why chat is broken. Hang on. Hold on, I will have to, maybe this is finally the time for me to move on from Lena restream chat. Who knows? Maybe this is when I make the switch to Lena mix it up. Let's get rid of this 2 for the 789. I will try and, add, hold on, just so I can stop thinking about it for a second. I still want this white dragon. Everyone's dropped one. Where the fuck is text in OBS? Text, here we are. Sure. There we are, that, and then, okay, and then, where's color on this thing? Do I need this for? I kind of do. I'm playing too many things at once. Color, here we are, select color. You. There. I said okay. We're almost there. I'm gonna drop the 6. There we are. I'll try and fix that in a minute. You're just gonna have to forgive me on this one, stream. I can see you. Ooh, that's good. That's worth dropping an east for, I would say. And where's... Oh, God, where's... Hold on. Drop these. Oh yeah, broken, but I can still see your chats. 1, 2, 3. That looks pretty good to me. Right, okay, we've kind of locked into a not bad hand here while I've been faffing around with that. I do apologize for the technical scuff. Can these people, like, stop calling reach? I would like to make a hand at some point. And this is, like, a pretty good one to make. I think, honestly, this is worth committing and chasing for. Maybe I should just take the 3rd, but, like, I don't know, man. I feel like I've got to do something. Okay, we'll drop this west first, because it helps us, like, absolutely nada. At least we're the south wind, so if people are waiting on this south, this is fucking devious from them. We're really looking for, not a north, like a 3 or a 6 in the man or pin suits. And then we just kind of call reach and send it. We are going to drop this south instead of this green, because if I die on a green dragon, I'm going to be very sad. Maybe one of the worst things. This 9 is safe, so we'll drop that. Just looking for one of our tiles. There's 20 left, so again, this is kind of making me lean away from calling reach, even if we do find it, but there's... I'd say if we get down to, like, below 12, or maybe below 15, I'm going to be like, it's time to just pack it in. But there's still a faint glimmer of hope if we find it, like, right now, which we didn't. And that is safe to you, actually, so outside of a concealed reachy, we're kind of all right there. Okay. There we go. There's that. Okay, another one of these is definitely still safe. I wouldn't call reach, but I'd like to be able to find one of our tiles just so we can be in 10 pi, even if we have to, like, cheat it. That is not one of the tiles. You baited me. This one is safe, so we're going to drop it instead of this green, because, like, literally, unless we're going to get into 10 pi, there's no point taking on an extra tile. There's no point whatsoever. Because, you know, you might drop something like that and then perish horribly. I think this person might actually be dead. No, 5,200. They are still alive, just about. But also, my opponents are on 40k and I am on 16. my best thing I can do here. Hatsu does deal in. I mean, it's a good thing I kept it. What can I say? I completely missed that as well, but thanks for calling that out, Phoenix. And yeah, I apologize to you as well that chat is balked at the minute on my above my head there. I don't know why, but it just kind of is. Do we ever drop the white dragon here? Yeah, I think we do. It's fine. That's only for VODs later. Yeah, true. Also, God, of course they have the tiles. They always have the tiles. I'll keep in the south. Oh. What else have we got going here? Okay, now we'll drop the south for this 566. So what are we looking at here? 1, 2, dubious block 1, 4, 5, block 2, 8, 8, block 3, 5, 6, 6, good block 4, 2, 3, block 5, with a spare, like, 6, 8, and 3 hanging about. I think I would actually kind of prefer maybe this 3 over the 8, just because it's slightly more connected. But, you know, to each their own with that one. And then we're going to be, ooh, a pair of 6s. You know what? I'm feeling that over this 3. Now, granted, we do kind of have, like, 6 blocks in hand now, but what this basically means is that I can pivot out of this 1-2 dodgy block and just go Tanyao, which is pretty good, you know? Maybe I Tanyao 17 times in a row in East Seat and somehow get back to second. I don't think it'll happen, but, you know, a boy can dream. There we go. So, block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5. Bish, bash, and bosh. Right. Okay, well, the Tanya dream is dying slightly, but that is still an improvement for the hand, so we will take it for now. If we see a 4 ban at all, we drop this 1, like, on the spot, obviously, but until then, there's no real need to rush it. I'm not really feeling that too. Didn't we drop a 3? Yeah, we did drop a 3 earlier. I'm not going mad. We also dropped a 3 earlier, so definitely no harm in that being down there. There's that 4. Okay, buy 1. I would like Tanyao. Maybe that's greedy. No, it's not greedy. I think that's just correct, because we've got our blocks sorted, so with that kind of squared away, the only way we could really improve this is by changing one of these pairs into a, like, run of sequences, like changing this into a 7-6 or a 5-6 would be particularly handy. But this assumes that these blocks resolve as well, so, you know, we're still a little way off. We can call for it. There's 3, 4, 5. One of those blocks is resolved. Drawing 7 pin does that. Oh, I suppose, yeah, because you could make this 6... Or then it'd be 6, 7, 8, 5, 8, and it's a bit... Oh, no, yeah, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6. I see what we mean. Well, there we are. There's also this. So, yeah, let's drop that. And now we're just looking for, what's that? A 4-pin, a 7-pin, or an 8-pin. With the 4 or 7 being preferred here. To put us into a kind of a Tenpai hand that's worth something. And if we find it, great. If we don't, we don't. I've just realized that our opponent across from us in the West Seat is having the worst luck. Is this ever worth it? Call me mad. I don't think it is. Maybe I've been greedy there. They wanted reach as well. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. A little greedy, yeah. Maybe the correct call was cheating there. But we shall see anyway. Hopefully, though, we can just kind of... So hopefully we can just kind of, like, get this 4 or 7 that we need, but perhaps not. Perhaps maybe we have to just, like, pawn an 8 and then accept that we're not quite going to make it. Or pawn a 6, honestly. Either or would work. Do we get the very last tile? Pinzu's very expensive right now. It's unlikely Pinzu comes out. I don't think this helps us, but it's not particularly safe, so... Just for the sake of... We're not going to do this anyway. Let's drop a 7, which people have dropped far more recently, just to avoid some some fucked closed, you know, Lena Tenpai. I think it was a 5 we were going to drop, not a 6. But, like, the theory was fucking there. Of just, let's play this last one just a little safer. And, yeah, it works out. Works out quite nicely. Drop this Westwind immediately. What do we got this hand, Chief? We got a 789, that's good. We got a 677, that's good. We got a 1-2, that's dubious. And we've got fucking garbage outside of that. I guess we've got 1-3-5 now, which is actually not bad. So block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. I need this 6 and this 9 to, like, be productive at some point. But yeah, aside from that, we are... no, don't need a 9. Just doesn't help us with the shape. Weirdly, the one-man cut is probably wrong. You reckon? Oh. How so, if you don't mind me asking? 1-1-2, we don't hate that. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, pair up on the 6, I guess. Or get, like, something next to the 6, then drop this and have that be our pair. Although, you lose the 1, 2, 3 SSK. This hand's kind of like Junchan. I don't hate just cutting a 7. Okay. Not an angle I would have considered playing it from. Because I guess if I'm... if I remember what Sanchoku is, that's like mixed triple sequence, right? So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I'm backseating too much, let me know. Oh, no, not at all. I actually quite enjoy the backseating. Because it's nice to have some feedback in real time on, like, other things I could have done. Yeah, it's mixed triple. I can see it. I think maybe that's a bit greedy, but also maybe we're early enough in the game and people are far enough ahead that I have to do some, like, swinging for the fences there. And I can always try, because I've got, like, this 9 here and a couple of 7s with that 9 earlier, maybe I could have transitioned to some half-outside nonsense, but, like... it's a possibility. I'm still not sure it's one I, like, love, but if that's the case, then you'd cut 9 pin if you want normal hand over the 1M. I guess. Ooh, do I greed this? You know what? 4-6 incorporates a Dora and is still technically an improvement over just a 6 waiting for something to be near it, so I think we lock in the 7s as our, like, pair and just try and hunt for this 4-6, because it also means we, you know, get a Dora on side. So this is technically an improvement and we get a Dora. But you have to squint at it a bit. Okay. Another south, still don't need that. Okay, put my here because you have a 6 pin. So, ooh, right, that's awkward. I guess I prefer a pair of 2s over a pair of 1s. It's the 1, 4, 6, 9 theory. Oh, right, that would probably be why I'm struggling a bit, because I'm not necessarily familiar with it. And see, and now this is 6, 7, 8, and I've been punished for existing. No, okay, we're gonna drop this 1. The 2s are our pair now. Because I don't want to drop this 7 just yet. The 1's safe, the 7's not. It's North's, yeah, definitely safe, unless you're going for the nuttiest hand I've ever seen in my life. I was gonna say, it's really important we don't deal in, but maybe that's not gonna be a problem. If you have a floater 4 or 6, then 1 and 9 is worse than normal. Huh? Oh. Okay. Well, fuck me then, I guess. So now I'm in last, and I don't feel like it's been entirely my fault. Huh. Alright. Alright. I see how it is. You can come back, my go. I'm gonna do my best. It is South 3. I have not got a lot of time to come back. I was kind of relying on that player dying, I'll be honest. But here we are. Okay, so what can we go for this hand? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is beautiful. The rest of this hand is a bit scuffed. We're going to probably want to drop, yeah, this wind and dragon and all that, and look for some other tiles that are vaguely useful. And then go from there. Oh. Player across from us is thinking. I do not want that. That 7 goes with a 9, technically. So we can make something happen there, perhaps. That's 2 green dragons down. We kind of have to drop this now. The perfect green dream is almost dead. Like, almost certainly. Although, to be fair, I don't think it was ever alive. So, there's that. That's a pair of 3s, which I would like to drop this south for before someone else makes something of it. Ah, fuck. Okay, didn't get away with it. Never mind, I did. What's kind of worrying is they hovered that and then didn't. So it makes me think someone's already got a triplet of south, and that was the can option that they just ignored. Does a 4 help us here, really? I mean, maybe a bit more than this. Now that if we get, like, another 3 or a 5, we can, like, absolutely pog out and drop this 2. But until then, it's a bit... Oh, okay, no, it was just a wait on that. Interesting, interesting. Trying to see if they could just naturally draw it because they've been drawing like an absolute god all game. Okay, still don't need this 8. Have I been immediately punished for taking this 4? Maybe, maybe not. There's a 3 down there, that's not good. And a 2, so even if I do draw a 3 now, the next number to get along the 2 would be less likely. I don't think a 9 helps, but it sure does love punishing me for not keeping that 8. That's all good and gravy. That's a pawn on the 5 mans from the person across from us. Which is interesting. I guess they're just trying to, like, lock this game down to 3rd. There's a 3. So that's something. So now an 8 of man or a 5 or 2 of soul means we are in Tenpai, and I'd be very, very not inclined to let this one go. We'd kind of love to pick up a 6 man before that. The 7 doesn't do anything for us at this point. I'd love to pick up a 6 man before that so that we can get Tanya on top of this. But, you know, if the Reachy button comes up, I'm slamming it. I'm slamming it. Because I need something here. I need some points. Oh. And then I guess we just hope for Uradora. Annoyingly, this is, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, so it's not pure double sequence either. But hey-ho. Opponent across from us dropping very unsafe tiles. There's that 6. Would it have changed things? Only if someone drops a 5-man, and given that person across from us has pawned 3 of them, that's unlikely. Okay, so I mean, retroactively we could have made Tanya, but look, we still made a hand. It's not a good hand, but it's a hand. Yeah, okay. Right. So that's still really not good for us, essentially. Dang, yeah, it just kind of amounted to nothing. This looks promising, though. We have woken up with pure double sequence, which is, like, pretty okay. Would have been Ipatsu and Pinfu, yeah. Oh well. Look, this is the hand. Trust. If we draw another south, we can even make this, like, pure double sequence half flush, maybe. So there's definitely still some light at the end of the tunnel here. We're only, like, 5k points behind, you know. That little hand might have been a setup for this bigger hand we're about to get here. That's another 6. Am I crazy to... Okay, drop the south first. Maybe we get pure triple sequence, which would be very funny. I don't think we chi anything here. Remember that one of these 6s can go if we want to stop memeing about. We need, like, another block here. Because 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8 is 2 blocks. 3, 4 is another block. Pair of 3s is a 4th block. And then it's just about making something else with the other tiles. There's 5, 6. Okay, yep, let's... 1 pin was probably better than the south cut. I guess, yeah, because we're looking at... I could just Tanyao this. But I'm not gonna. No, we're gonna draw into... We'll draw into that, I guess. That would also work. Okay, so now we're in Tanyao. So this is Tanyao pure double sequence. If we find a 2 or a 5 man or a 4 or 7 soul, then it's also Pinfu. Or this. I'm not going to complain about this. There's a funny chi toy here. Oh, I'm just going to slam that, I think. And really hope someone drops a 2 or a 5. Like, right now? Ipatsu, please? I really need the points. Damn it. Okay. God, and there's the 7 that would have made for Pinfu. I keep slamming Ricci too early and then being immediately punished for it. Okay, Christ. Well. Sumo? Okay. We got it, we got it, we got it. I think that's 8k, so that pulls us out of last. Oh, thank you. Oh, and 2 Uras. 2 Uras for my trouble. Okay, you know what? We may still have come 3rd, but it's lost us, what, 4 ranked points? That's fine. We pulled it back when we needed to. Oh, that got a little close at the end there, though. That got a little close. And obviously, we are queuing for another match. Actually, whoa. Hold on. Before we queue for another match, let me just give another go at, like, fixing my chat. Because it's being a bastard. And I would like it to not be a bastard. Right, you. Right. You were going to check us... Oh, I was, yes. Thank you for reminding me, Phoenix. Yeah. I was going to check that, East 1, repeat 2. An error has occurred. Please try again later. Okay, so the restream chat just isn't working. I don't know why. Oh, also, thank you very much for the follow, Icy Phoenix. Yeah. Thank you for joining the rescue effort to get me out of the Glade of Dreams. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Insano idea. Hold on. How do I embed this? Oh, I don't know. I was kind of hoping there'd be like an easy embed button that there really fucking isn't. Hold on. What do we got? Okay, there's none there. Fucking non-pizza left beef, unfortunately. I suppose what I could do, and it's really stupid. No, I don't want to do all that, actually. I'll be honest, I simply don't want to do all that. That's so annoying that it's just not taking. What service are you using for your chat? I'm using a Restream. Because it has a chat that's meant to, like, it's working locally for me. But the actual, like, pop-out thing I normally have isn't working. And I can't open the Restream chat, like, app for some reason. Because it's just saying, oh, there's an error. And it's like, well, could there not be an error? Hold on. Okay, there's that. What do we got here? Okay, open that. Oh, I have to bloody do this. Okay. Okay, hang on. Maybe there is a fix. Let me go. This, and then this. And, oh, open in browser. And then that's this. Right, would some of you fine folk mind sending some just beeps and boops in chat, just so I can see if the new thing I've got actually shows up? In fact, you know, I'll tell you what, I can test. Aha! Right. We have a thing that's kind of working. Let me, hold on. Where is chat, my chat what's it link, and then I can fuck about with it. Oh, fucking hell, where is it? It will be disabled at the minute. Remember that. There we are. You. Copy. Paste duplicate. You, and then we're gonna rename you to... Oh, no, that's the scroll. What? Ew. Oh, here we are. Why are you number 3? Sure, whatever. Hold on. We're almost there, chat. We're almost there. I think let's, here we are. You. And then we're gonna do properties, and we're gonna look for, this. I'm gonna hit okay. Okay, right. Now, all I've got to do is hide that for a second, and then hold on, and then if we head over to, please God be the same on here as is my normal version. It's not. Fucking hell. Okay. Right. So, I've got chat back, but you are white on this background, which is not a good look. Can I change the color of this? Aha, appearance. Hold on, I might be able to. Let me have some more tinkering without showing all my settings. That is fine. It could be better, though. Appearance, sure. Right. Oh my god, really? This is the entire appearance menu? Oh, hang on. Maybe that fixes things. Okay, okay. So now if I do this, and then... How much has that fucked with things? Okay, you know what? Not better. I would say. Hang on, let me... I don't understand how that's happening. Why are you not... There we go. And then crop that there. And then I guess I have to move you across a bit. And then over here. Right, okay. Chat's just going to have to be scuffed for this evening. But that's at least semi-readable now. Oh, I also need to not minimize it. Otherwise it does that. And your new messages are at the bottom, not the top. I mean, there's timestamps on them. You can work it out. Ugh. Right, okay. Oh, where? No. Hold on. Phoenix said that we had a thing to review. And I'm going to go look at it. Look at it here. Let's have a look. It was East 1, round 2. Well, they're dropping the 3 soul. Dora was right or not, I believe. Let's see. What do we start with here? Okay, yeah. Northwind drop 1. Dropping the White Dragon. I guess that makes sense. Drop it early if you're not going to use it. Oh, I should also fucking macca this, shouldn't I? There we are. So now do I get... Here we are. What are we looking at here? So, it likes the 9 drop, it likes the 1 drop, it likes the... This is the wrong round. Now, I was going to say, like, this looks entirely different. It's because it's the wrong round, Artie. Okay, it likes the west drop. It does like the 1 drop. Likes the south. Likes... Okay, so I'm playing tile efficiency pretty... Ooh, up till here, and then it likes dropping the 9 more than the White Dragon here, but... Okay, I kind of maybe agree to disagree on that one, but I'll take it on the chin, like, fair enough. Drop the 9 here is fine, drop the 5 here is fine, drop the 3 here is fine. Now, this is apparently a pretty big blunder. This, once I've pawned this, yeah, so maybe this is the question. So, I've pawned these 3s, when my opponent drops them. And then I'm left with this 1, 2. I should allegedly get rid of the 2 instead of the 1? And also, I guess that the macca doesn't really tell you that easily is, to what extent should we be, like, pawning out those 3s. And because now that we've done that, because we've also got, like, 4 9s in our hand, we are relying on someone dropping this east wind, otherwise we're cooked. I mean, I don't think it matters because, ooh, that was also bad. It really wants me to keep these 1s. Huh. I wonder what the logic is there. And then someone else runs there. Okay, for their, like, fucking buyman of their lives, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, it's just the man gun there. Okay, I would still say, like, okay, there's some other tile efficiency things. Like, I still don't get why that 1 is so valuable. Maybe if Phoenix is still there in chat and can work it out. Because, I don't know, the math ain't mathing for me on that one. But, yeah, no, I think in hindsight, that pawn on the 3s puts us in a bit of an awkward position, but for 3 Dora, I think it's fine. I would honestly maybe even go as far as to say that if we're trying to, like, represent some kind of flush there, dropping the 1 or the 2 of characters is kind of keys people into the fact that we're not doing that. Oh, actually, I don't know. You can still go for a flushes and then, like, pawn 3 Dora and then drop a couple, so. Yeah, there's a certain kind of maybe to that one, but we'll keep it rolling anyway. It's been far too long since our last game. Let's get right back in there. Ooh, interesting. You know, I think I might just do that, and I also might just check something else that I need to check. Nope. Not right there. And that is working. Neat. Okay. I forgot to tweet that I was going live. Oopsie. Oh, it's because Twitter won't let me. Everything's just going fucking wrong tonight. Hold on, can I have this? There we are. Right, I tweeted way late, but I did tweet. Cool. Right, what are we doing in this hand again? Who am I? Right, we'd probably get rid of this, right? I've said right about 17 times now. Sorry, excuse me. Let's have a look. I've minimized chat again. There we go. So we've got a pair of norths, which is certainly something. 3, 4, 6, 7, 7, pair of 9, 6, 7, 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 6 is like probably a drop. At our earliest convenience. I don't know what we'd really get rid of. Okay, we're back on this again, are we? Back on this bullshit, are we? I mean, that's so tragic. I need to keep that. We're gonna drop the 6. And we're not gonna do that. We've got 6, 7, 8, 7, 9, 9 at the minute. So the 1 I've dropped 2 of. It's a bit risky, but it's probably fine. Oh my god, what do you even do about that? Do I genuinely start dropping some norths? I think I do. I think they're just safer tiles. And I've got pairs, like, out my fucking arse over here, so like, who actually, you know, who's gonna mind? I think this 7 is safe. I was incorrect. I wasn't sure if that was dropped before or after the reach. Well, that's a lot of Dora. That's okay. 7.7. Right. Yeah. That's my fault for reading the tiles wrong. I did have a look at that and think, okay, well that's safe and it would work out slightly better for us. Oh, closed can. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'll take that. Leads us into this. Huh. Sure. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. So, there's block 1. If we call reach here, we can still take advantage of that, which is pretty cool. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. I do like the look of that. Pair of easts as well. I mean, if we can just self-draw the 3rd east, we're, like, actually laughing, but you know, let's not get too big for our boots here. What else would be nice? I guess another 4. You know, I wouldn't necessarily complain. Also means that we could maybe do some, like, weird Pond Palace shenanigans. Gets us out of the single weight for the 7 bamboo, which is nice. Although, if we do get a 5 of bamboo, particularly a red 5 of bamboo, I will be... Never mind, we're just going to do that instead. Lean, psych, funny joke, we're doing this. So let's not worry about Pinfu, because we've got the closed can, so we can't get it anyway. Just worry about making a hand here. We're not super worried about... Oh, I don't love that. I really don't love that. Yeah, no. Okay. This is risky. At least that's safe. But... I think you've got to send it. That'll do. I think, yeah. Let's drop this. Look for 6s and 9s. Just try and get something, even if it's not a reachy hand. Just anything to get this person off of their... Yeah, and that still offers us the best drops. We gotta send it. Just fucking send it. Ooh. Oh, I hate. Yeah, deserved. Can't say it wasn't deserved. No Uradora, though. We did actually manage to dodge that, thankfully. We are still in a bad position. But, you know, what can I say? I tried my best that hand. Sometimes things just don't come together. Okay, what do we got here, though? Pair of 2s. 1, 2, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7 with a random 7 on the side. 2, 2, 4 now. Makes that block a bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, if we find like another 7 or a 4. 2, 3, 4. I'll drop a white dragon for that. Okay, so there's tiny yard potential. We can drop this 1 without any, like, threat to our mental health, really. That's what I think here. This 7. I don't think we need it, per se. Also, I just realized we are dealer seat this round, so if there's ever a time to mount another comeback, this would be it. No. Again, tempted, but not worth it. I'm going to need slightly bigger hands than just, like, dashing out a Tanyao to get back from behind here, so... and also, I could just self-draw the thing I wanted anyway, so... You know, that could also work. What do we do here, though? Like, I need this to start coming together, really. Or maybe I just kind of pick around it. Like, if we get something to fix this and have this as our pairs, we're happy. If we get the 6 here, obviously we're happy. Are we happy with 4, 5, 6 into 5, 7, 7? Maybe we are. I still don't need this 1. It's still really not helpful. And then 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I think that's worth dropping this 2 for. Maybe I'm breaking a block that shouldn't need to be broken there, but I think it's probably worth. And then I would quite happily reach and just wait on the 6 for pure double sequence. This provides an interesting little extra avenue to go down, though. And I think it's definitely worth dropping the 4 down. So now we are faced with a couple of different options. Like, 5 here now works. A 4 works. Another 7 works if we really want. As well as the, you know, 6 or 9 hit. An 8! Now that is fascinating. So what would that make this? 6, 7, 8, pair of 7s, pair of 5s. Maybe I'm really stupid. I don't think this 8 actually helps us that much. I think we stick to the plan. Because that would be 6, 7, 8, pair of 7s, pair of 5s. And we've already got a pair of 2s. We don't need to make more pairs of things. Like, breaking this is honestly worse for our tile efficiency, I think, than... By the same token, I think we drop this. It's kind of an unsafe tile at this point in the game. I've also got to be looking around at that, but... I think it's still the right play. We'll swap that out, sure. Extra red 5 for this hand I don't think we're making, but... Yeah, like I said, you know, reasons to be careful. This girl's cute as well, actually. I've never seen this character before. So, still puts us squarely 10k behind with not a lot in the old points bank because we are struggling to make hands tonight, but we'll get there eventually. We've done it before. We can do it again. Right. Is this... you know, I think this is worth dropping this 9 for a cheeky green dragon. Blocks in this hand looking favourable again to start with. 5s and 6s, that's pure double sequence in the making. Or just 2 pairs, which is also nice. We can drop this 1 for 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is a decent shape to have. If we find a 5, then, you know, it's, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that then becomes. We can drop the green dragon for it. And then 6, 6, 7, obviously. Don't want to pawn that. I don't think. This isn't like a pawn palace kind of hand. I think there's definitely a lot more value we can extract from it without having to just, you know, call pawns and take like 2k or whatever. We kind of want to drop this green dragon at the earliest convenience unless we draw another green... No, okay, we're just dropping this green dragon. Now, we do have in hand 4 pairs, which, you know, is not close enough to 7 where I'd want to, you know, stake my life savings on it. But it's an option that we should maybe become aware of. Like, we can quite... Because of the amount of pairs we've got, we can quite easily, for example, drop this 1 to make a triplet of 6s. And there's even, like, some 3 concealed triplets nonsense we could potentially buy into if we draw, you know, like, the right 1 or 2 more tiles. Now, I think that's unlikely, don't get me wrong, but... It's certainly something. If we draw a 4 here, we could also drop a 5 and just go 4, 5, 6, pair of 6s, and then this extra pair of 6s. Does mean that we can't wait on any 6 mana, though, because, or for the reach, because all of them will be down or in our hand. I don't think the 3 helps us. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, pair of 6s? Maybe it does. But it all hinges on getting this specific 4. Like, the 3 is only really useful if we already have the 4. So I think for the time being, we don't worry about it. Instead, we'll just press the funny reach button because it's appeared. And I'll go for the thing that actually has tiles. So this is... I mean, it's a lot of foo, but it's not 3 concealed triplets or anything. But it is a hand we've managed to call reach on, so, you know, let's take our blessings where we can. And maybe we get, like, an Uradora that gives us, like, 3 here, because we've got, like, a lot of triplets. It's possible, you know. Stranger things have indeed happened. Although, what are we waiting on here? Like, 5 and 8 of bamboo. It's... I'm going to say unlikely drops, given how the board state's looking. Not a lot of bamboo being dropped already. But we'll have a look around. At the very least, you know, we've put something to market here. No, never mind. All right. Oh, there were all my 8s. There they were. A fully outside hand. All right, I guess. Why not? Ugh. Okay. The important thing to remember at junctures like this is that it is only East 4. We've got an entire South game to come back yet. So there's still plenty of time, plenty of hands. Nothing to be getting stressed over just yet. So, for example, I could take this 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 type shape and maybe make something of it. The 7 is probably the next thing. Oh my god, it's amazing. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 acquired. We've got this random 6 and this random 4 that kind of need to become something. I would quite like one of them to become part of this 3, 4, 5 I'm definitely now trying to build. I think getting rid of the 4 is better. Because then we can always make this 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if we draw a 5. So it's a kind of a quick way to call reach. Granted, we are looking for points, so it's not going to be my preferred draw, but I'm probably not going to say no if it turns up. Like I said, we really want kind of like 4-pin, and then I don't know what the fuck we do about pairs, actually. I guess we have to kind of just single weight, which, ugh, you know, bit grim, but it's, yeah, we are at the classic choice between making a hand that works, the correct place to drop this and keep this, but I need the points, like, bad. Sorry, I need the points. I'm too far behind to be taking that. And and like, you know, 1, 2, 3 ruins a potential Tanyao. 2, 3, 4 also works for 3, 4, 5 anyway, so, like, I don't gain as much, from taking that as it would first seem. It's like, oh, but you're taking a single weight to a two-way weight. Yeah, but circumstances dictate that it's like, oh, Christ. Oh, Christ. Okay. That is something I can call reach on. All I have to do is drop the Dora. Fuck it, I guess. We just try and pin through this. I gotta try something. It's rough, but, like, I'm behind. I needed to start calling reach. And it ain't working. Okay, now I think we're kind of definitely in the our goose is cooked regardless. Let's just kind of play this out and have some fun with it type thing. Let's try and hit the silly hands. Not there's a lot of silly hands you can get with what I've got at the minute. Like, what am I looking at here? 1, 2, 3. You know what's annoying me is that we've had a good stint of starting hands, and I've just not been able to convert any of them. Like, it always seems so promising at the start, and it's just, no. Not once. I don't want to chi that. I don't want this 9. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8. That's pure straight potential, to be fair. 1, 3 is kind of dookie. We want to get rid of that. This red 5, I am remiss to drop. 1, 3, 5 is like a shape, though. Yeah, but I'm greeding for stupid points anyway, so who cares? Who cares? I'm just going to do the stupid thing. Or the allegedly stupid thing. Don't think it's worth cheeing for. That's a pair of 3s. It really wants me to drop this 5. Yeah, fine. I'll do it. For the sake of trying to make a hand, or at least getting near a hand and then going down again, so that we can boot into a new game. I will take your devil's bargain. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. That's something. Then pair of 3s, 7, 8. Okay, okay. Don't particularly want to pawn the 7s while I've got this 1 in my hand. Don't think that would be particularly smart. I mean, this is Pinfu. I'm kind of in the it's something club. For South 1, having something here might not be too bad. Particularly if it becomes an Ipatsu, perhaps? Ipatsu tonight, maybe? Please? Oh my god, it did. Still not above 8k, but you know, it's Ipatsu. Oh, Pinfu Ura as well for 7.7k, so... You know what? That's put us back in the running for 3rd, baby! That's exactly what we needed! Never give up! Okay, I was definitely this close to being like, well, it's all just fucked then, but... As it turns out, we are right back in this. Okay, drop one of them here. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, Sad Sand, hello there. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good to see my chat. Neither of my restream chats are working now because you're not being picked up on either of them. That is unfortunate for me. Oh, and that's gone now. I'm just going to put the broken sign back up, I'll be real. Do we want to keep this 5-6? I mean, I kind of do. Yeah, let's drop this 9. And do that. But yeah, hello there. I will, I guess, just be checking chat manually at this point. That 6 is a really good pickup. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. We are playing a spot of Mahjong, and it's not been going brilliantly until it started going brilliantly. Right, we're just gonna solo wait on the 7-pin and you know, kind of hope it works out. I think a lot of this game has been down to a wing and a prayer so far, so why would it stop now? I mean, surely I can get... Ooh, hello. A chi. A tsumo? Hell yeah. A sumo, and it takes more off of our opponent that's closest to us on points. That is pretty good value. Okay, we're up into third. Do I think we're getting to second? Hell no. But we can maybe maintain third by just dashing out some, like, cheap shit hands. And that would be pretty cool. Okay, do you want to pawn? Ooh, do I want to pawn this? No, it's a 1. What am I, crazy? Get rid of this west, because it doesn't do anything for me. So, again, not a bad starting hand. And we've consistently not had bad starting hands here. I refresh this, maybe. Okay, and then I'm just, for my own benefit here, chat. Sorry, I'm just going to do... Please at least turn up in here. Oh god, it's just not connecting. Oh, pain. Okay, right, drop this 1 for this pair of 6s. So we've got pair of 1s, pair of 113, I should say. Pair of 6s, 7, 8, 9, 6, 6, 7, 4, 5. How do we go about fixing this? We've already got 2 pairs in hand, so we probably want to get rid of one of them. But 6, 7 is a far more versatile kind of shape than 1, 3, so we'll drop a 6 there. 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. There we are. Is rather annoying. Huh. Yeah, if I pawn that, though, I can't, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does make sense when I could just, what if I just drew into the thing I needed? What if I just started getting lucky? How to win at Mahjong. Step 1, draw the right tiles. Step 2, have your opponent drop the last tile. Ooh, don't like that, actually. Can you, drop one of the tiles I need instead? And by you, I mean, like, literally any of you, but preferably the person to my left here. Yep, thank you. That'll do. And that's Pinfu, right? It is Pinfu. No errors, but... you know, another 6k to add to the pile. We are in range of second. I thought I'd never get there. But I'm on an absolute fucking tear at the minute. And we've got the means to make another fast hand here. But, like, intentionally, as opposed to just fucking gimmicking it out. Okay, let's drop this. Should have been the west, not the 1. That was a mistake. Okay. Well, no worries. We will simply get 7, 8, 9 here. I love it when my hand just keeps improving. Really is the best. 5, 7, 9 is a shape, so we'll take it. Although we'd really like to hold on to this red 5. But, you know, if we can't, then we can't. It is what it is. We are going to need someone to drop an east or we're screwed. Or we could kind of bluff going for, like a half flush in pin and drop this 3, 4. It's a bit goofy, but, you know, depending on what turns up in the pin suit, maybe, just maybe, we do that. Ooh, door of 4 and someone's waiting on it. That's not a good sign for doing that. pair of Wests that we've dropped, but in fairness, yeah, I was never keeping the West this long. I think I can't beat myself up too much about that one. And we have it. And we have it. Okay. Things are in motion. I will drop this 9, I think. If I have to pair up on this red 5, I have to pair up on this red goddamn 5. Although I'd love to draw just a pair kind of like before that. Or I guess I could always chi something out. There's, you know, definite chi potential here. It's not in that, though. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. It's not in that 3. No pawn potential, because if there was pawn potential, we would already have a pair. This is unfortunate, but I still think it's the right thing to do. Because it means we get to kill this person and take second. Maybe not take second. I think this is just seat win. Yeah. Unless this just about does it. By 200 points. No, by 500 points. Oh. I haven't actually shown off any of the new emotes, have I? Oh. Brilliant. Look at me and my bags of money. That's one I should get more use out of, actually. I don't need this east. So, this hand actually looks like the first one where I might have to slow down a bit. First one in a while. And honestly, after the, like I said, the fucking run I've been on, I can't blame it. Can't blame it at all. No, I should not. I should just drop the green dragon. Don't drop the 1. That's stupid. Even if there's a 3 in the wall. Actually, maybe because there's a 3 in the wall, this one's not a bad drop. I've said even though there's a 3 in the wall, because I just realized there was a 3 in the wall, and I was like, oh, hang on. Does make sense? I could have 7, 8, 9. And drop this red dragon, which there's already 1 down. That sounds pretty good. So, block 1. Sorted. Blocks 2 and 3, I'm going to say nebulously. And then outside of that, we're kind of up Schitt's Creek. So, I'm going to drop south. Yeah. Had to be done. I don't really want to drop this or this, but if I had to drop one of them, which would be my preferred? Well, it's going to be this 9 to start with. I would want to drop this, but I feel it's riskier. Yeah, because, I mean, okay, I say because there's pair potential here, but let's be so real. I mean, things I would have kept if I could have seen into the future and, you know, kept the 9 as well, but hey-ho, I don't think it's worth it still. I don't think a 7-man is super helpful either. I don't really have a plan for this one, I'm going to be honest. We've got block 1, block 2, blocks 3 and 4, and I guess our last block is just going to be the pair. Which we might have to MacGyver from somewhere. I do think, unless we find something to go with it, though, this 4 is, like, not helpful. Like, we could just have 3, 4, 5 pair of 6s here. As 2 blocks. 3 blocks, 4 blocks. Or we could fucking face the wrath of God. Oh. Okay. Hear me out. We don't massively greed this hand and lose, and therefore we win. Okay. Ah! Help! Okay, right. Oh, we have this. No, okay, you know what? Fine. I wasn't the one getting hit. Do I lose second for that? Sure. But, am I too mad? Not really. If I can get another 4K hand in this all last, I still come second. And the important thing is that we abandoned the hand at the correct time and didn't fucking die for it and ruin the past, like, 4 or 5 hands worth of insane luck. Know when to fold them, people. Know when to fold them. Okay, this lends itself to a quick hand, but not necessarily a good hand. I'm gonna hit you with a bit of a different type beat. We are gonna call this. We're going to try and drop these and go for a half flush. Is that greedy at this stage? Quite possibly. But I think it'll get us just enough points, particularly if we run one of these people, to, like, squeak into first. We've not drawn anything so far that would, like, drastically change me from that plan. Maybe if we draw, like, a 4 or a 6 pin, I might reconsider. But, like, we don't think we have to pawn a dragon. That goes without saying. We have to get rid of this white dragon. That also goes without saying, because it's kind of useless at the minute. Okay, people are getting their desired wins and dragons. That's not very cool. That's good for the flush, actually. We like that. Now, what else can we get hit with? A west? I'm sorry, there's no way that's worth. I can't, in good conscience, take just a west. So we really need to drop, like, 2 of these to make it worth it, because the third one is going to get dropped by us pawning the green dragons. Okay. No. We're going to hold. We're going to hold. 7-9 is a shape there, but it's a fucking terrible shape anyway, so... Oh, can. Cool, yeah. Oh, it's one of my green dragons in the wall! Oh, yay! You know, those tiles I was super relying on. I love that. Yay! Oh, please just let me pawn some 3s and 4s so I can half flush this, and thank you. And just forget anything ever happened. Oh. That's a 6, but it doesn't do us any good now. Oh, and it means all of your red dragons adore her as well. Cool, that's maybe the single worst tile that could have appeared on the wall. I love that for me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, you asshole. God damn it. Well, can it at least still be third? Oh, that was so close as well. You know what, though? It's still a third. We took some hits, but... fucking... at the end of the day, minus 15 rank points is not the worst in the world. I would like to one day get plus rank points. But, it's just not doable. We don't have the technology, I'm afraid. Okay. Right. Is this still working? Right, okay, so that's an alternative for that. Okay, so I've got at least an eye on chat back. Let's do, I'm feeling like maybe one more. I have been feeling a bit sleepy recently, so. There we go. I'm gonna have everything up there. And we're gonna play out this potentially final game. Ooh. Get rid of this 9, I think. That's going to be our start there. Okay, interesting hand to start with, actually. Do I want to keep it 2, 3, 4, 5? No, I don't want to keep a 1. I'll be real. These stinky terminals out of here. Maybe there's a case made for dropping that over Red Dragon. Maybe I'm going to realize I'm East Seat and I kind of just want to greed this, so we're going to do that. Maybe that's the vibe. Maybe we accept this is going to give us, like, about, you know, 3 points if we're lucky. But it's going to be a hand that wins. 779. Do we fuck with 779? I think we fuck with it more than Red Dragon at this point. Could be on for a half flush in the pin suit if we really want. And, you know, maybe we do really want. I haven't quite decided yet. Maybe this is colossal greed. But it's looking like it might be a thing. So we now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, we could even have pure straight in this. Which I think you can get in an open hand, which is pretty cool. Okay. We are going to need a pair at some point as well, which is mildly to moderately inconvenient. This 2 doesn't really help us. That's pretty good. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let's chant in ourselves a little bit and kind of just see where the road takes us. To another red dragon. Of fucking course it does. If I'd have kept the red dragon, I could have won. Oh well. Well, I could have been in Tempai, actually. This wouldn't have won yet, but... Like, we're really just looking for... that? Okay, you know what? I'm willing to lock in the 8. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. That's how we look at this. So then our pairs can be the 1 or the 4 once we sort out this 5, 7, 9 shape. So we're looking for a 6 or an 8 to kind of chi into this. Okay. I think that wasn't a bad call at all. The universe has kind of righted itself. And we have been a little greedy here, but it's paying off, question mark. So, you know. People are thinking about these bamboo tiles. They're considering them. Let's try and not discard... It's like, do I wait on Dora? Do I max greed this? I'm gonna max greed this because I've already called one. You wouldn't think I'd be waiting on another one. That would be insane. Or maybe you're just terrified. I don't know. Maybe I just draw into one. Who knows? Like, maybe this hand was doomed to never complete regardless. We're just gonna... keep it going. Can you imagine if we, like, saw another one, though? That would be so cool. You dropped a 5-pin there? I mean, I couldn't have called it. I guess I already dropped one, actually, so that's completely fair. But I was going to say, that's kind of wild. Okay, pawns out the white dragons. Drops the 9. It's not quite the 8 I was looking for. Pawns out the 2s. Everyone's just getting towards their Tenpai. Go on, drop a door at 8 for absolutely no reason. You know it'd be funny. You know it would be top quality balance. Okay, not quite the 8 I was looking for. Okay, yeah, all 3 of the 8s were in people's hands. That's fine. We still get to keep our dealer's seat. We're still now 4k ahead of this player here. Oh! I mean, yeah, alright. Sure, I'll do that. Yeah. Yippee! I love waking up with 4 dragons. Look at all my fucking money. That is Dora now, is the thing. But it is still ass, so I'm just going to drop it. If someone wants to pawn that and try and make the hand, they're more than willing to. I'm just going to... Actually, I can pawn things. If I want to. I don't particularly want to at the minute, but like I could. Could go for Pawn Palace here. Probably drop this white dragon for something next and then kind of go from there. Given that all of these 9s are down, I think let's just shelve that, shall we? Not particularly feeling it. If I'm being honest. Okay, cheese out 6, 7, 8. Drop the west wind, just because it's slightly more likely to be an inconvenience now to other people than the white wind. In case the player across from us is still looking for it. Very unlikely, but you never know. That is better than this white dragon, so we'll drop that. So now what are we looking for? Like 4, 5, 6. Ooh. Kind of like 6, 7, 7 more than like 1, 1, 3, Chief. I'm going to be honest. And there is an opportunity for Pawn Palace here. That's very worth keeping in mind. It would be funny. Alternatively, we could, like I say, just try and get this to a reachy state, and then we've got 2 things we can Uradora potentially. Which is also quite funny. Just depends on kind of... how the draws go. That is also going to affect things slightly. Now I'm in the oh dear god, oh fuck, everything is ruined, play safe kind of category. Oh. Okay. Actually, maybe the best person who could have got that. I'm paying more because I'm in dealer seat. Fuck me. Okay. Yeah. All right. You know what? I don't regret canning out those dragons. I think that's totally fine. But yeah, sometimes the hand doesn't come together and you're in dealer seat. We're not behind by much, like by 900, or even to second. We're like barely 2k. In fact, not even 2k. So really nothing to, you know, ruffle our feathers about at the moment. But kind of, you know, I mean, kick where the sun don't shine all the same. Do we pawn this? Yeah, fuck it. And then I think I don't actually want anything to do with this north, because there's already one of them down. And then that 1-3 shape is like next on my shit list of things that gotta go. Which means I kind of regret not cheating out this 2-3-4. But hey ho, I'll cheat out this 6-7-8 instead to make myself feel better. And this could always become our pair, so that's also cool. Like, if we draw something either side of this 3 that isn't a 2, that has to be specifically a 4. Yeah. Or, new plan, this. Because then, a 3 or a 4 that gets dropped just puts us, on the money. Hello, I would like your points. Only 2,000 of them, but, you know, it's enough to swing me into the lead. Or, not into the lead, into second, but, you know, the lead of the people who aren't like 10k ahead. Is what I mean to say there. Now... Okay, 2 easts, very good start. Looking kind of like a... I don't know. I was going to say it's looking kind of like a half flush in the soul suit hand, but I fear I may be being too drastic there. Like, just a little too eager. Keep this Western around for now. I know there's one of them down, but, like, it's first thing to drop as soon as something else useful comes up. But that 9 is just not useful, so, you know, I'll have the potential of having this become useful. Sit around for a little while longer. Do we chi this? Like another bargain bin hand with the easts. I'm gonna say yes. Chi. And then we drop the west. Yeah. Okay, everyone drops their wests. That's fine. There's our east. Let's drop this 8. We are looking for... I mean, I guess in an ideal world, like a 2. 2 would be kind of cool. We do want to get rid of this white dragon, like, ASAP as well. 5-6 is actually fucking huge there. That's a huge draw. Because now if we pair up on our 2... If we pair up on our 2, we can drop the 3, take 5-6. If we get a 4, I think we do have to drop the 2, because the weights are just better. Even though it's, like, no Dora, the hand. And then if we get a 7... then I guess we're, yeah, just still waiting on the 2. So our best draw is the 2. Our next best draw is the 4. And then a 7 is like, you know, it technically works for us, but it's the least valuable of the options we can pick up. But that's fine. 2-3 is interesting, actually. Because it means we no longer have to rely on pairing up the 2. We can pair up, like, any of these, really, depending on what comes up. And we can, hopefully, with slightly more ease, lock in a Dora. I don't... Crazy idea. We're now looking at the exact same weight with just a pair here. So, yeah, I think that is slightly more tile efficient. I mean, it's probably a bit shanten, to be fair, because we're, like, putting ourselves slightly further away from Arichi, but I think it's because it configures us to do some slightly better... I don't think I will, actually. I think I'm just going to take the east as a safe tile. Don't think I will can this one and give my opponent 1 billion Uradora. Okay, 8s are safe. I'll drop them then. No issues there. Oh, there's those pair of 2s we wanted. Can I drop a 6, though? Okay, you've already dropped a 5 before reach, so you can't have 4, 5 for 6. This is slightly more safe. I hate that fucking line of logic. It never works. I swear, I've not had that line of logic work once in my entire fucking life. I've just lost 11k. God damn it. But I couldn't drop the Dora, so it was like, rough. Well, another game. Oh, okay. I was going to say another game where we're playing from behind. As it turns out, behind is where I get all my magic. I don't turn that into a sex thing. That's not what I meant by it. But yeah, okay, here we are. Here we fucking go. Okay. Should probably got rid of that west instead of the 7, but, you know. Minor. The hand is insane. The hand is unironically a fucking... The hand keeps improving. Okay, well, I obviously want to keep my triple 8, so I'm going to drop the 7, lock them in there, and just try and go for some of this shit instead. If we get to call reach on this, we're going to kill someone. Like, we're actually ending a man's life. I'm annoyed I didn't keep that 7. Okay. Maybe that wasn't the right call. Okay, well, you know. Some of that is going to be being biased from me seeing stuff afterwards and, like, analyzing it retroactively, but... Still, this hand is fucking cuckoo bananas. If someone drops a green dragon, we're just so in there. Ah, come on. Not on this hand. Don't do it to me on this hand. Right, yeah. We gotta do that. It's a safe tile, and on a 4 and a 7, we kill someone. Come on! No. And was so goated. Why you gotta steal that from me? Oh, that sucks. That one really stings. This hand's not nearly as good, but we'll see what we can play with it anyway. Okay, 2, 4, 6 is a decent shape. I suppose I do want to... It's kind of awkward having just one of each of these. It's like... You think it's flexible, but it's kind of really not. Like, is the play here pawn that because, well, I have to get a pair in one of these which will become a triple, or is it don't delude yourself like that? I believe it's the former. Take a pair of 4s, just start dropping these out, I guess, for things that are actually useful. And then go from there. Okay, red dragon's down. We can basically drop this for whatever, but not the south, because the south stinks. And then... Okay, there we go. What are we talking here? 2, 4, 6, 8. Sure, I guess. This is a very odd hand. Gotta be said. I guess we get rid of this 2 for this 9. And I'm kind of saying that more because I'm realizing, okay, there's 4 pairs here. Maybe there's, like, 7 pairs potential, and this keeps the most on the table outside of that. But maybe putting 7 pairs on the table in the first place is just kind of a bad call. The 7 doesn't really do much for us. And then, what are we looking at? A pair of 5s? I mean, yeah, alright then. 4, 6, 8. I mean, I guess I would kind of prefer to break up. No, because that's Dora. Okay. No, I should have dropped the 3 instead. I was right, because the 5 is going to become a pair. Of course, you fool. How could you? And then that's a triplet of 9s. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I could complain slightly about the fact that none of these other tiles are down. But kind of neither here nor there. Maybe there's also the argument that if I'm going to keep going for this, I may as well drop all these now and, like, you know, maybe also go for some flush stuff, but that feels mega greedy, particularly when I only need, like, 3k points to secure third. Hmm. 8 would have been a pair, which would have put us on for 7 pairs. Well, actually, would it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would have been the 6th pair. Damn it. Okay, none of these are down, and that scares me. We're just going to drop the 6. I don't know what's going on with this 4 and 6 pin, but no one's dropping them, and that concerns me. Okay, that is a second triplet. You know what? Maybe the plan is to... Didn't even call reach on that one. I knew something was fishy. But also, I was going to have to drop both of those probably to, like, progress my hand, and I had 2 concealed triplets there, so... Yeah, like, risk to reward ratio, I think it was worth it. Neither of those tiles were down, so it's crapshoot between them. Oof, owie, ouch, my bones, essentially. Looks like we might be heading into the gutter on this one, which would be a bit of a shame. Bit of a sorry way to end this last game, but also, I don't really think it's been my night. We've had a couple of good comebacks, but I've had to fight for third every single time. Like, I haven't really got, like, you know, an updraft into first yet. Or the ability to play from in front for once, which would be nice, but hey-ho. 2 wests? Okay. Do we drop this 3 for it? Probably. Okay. Pawn on the white dragons and the player to our right there. As usual, I'm punished for dropping the tile I just dropped. Maybe the 4 was the right drop. Maybe the 1 was the right drop, actually. Just get rid of your terminals. Is that ever a bad idea? I mean, get rid of that terminal because it's miles away. But hey-ho. This white is not really useful. This east is already one of them down, so I probably want to get rid of that soon for something that does actually improve the hand. Which, so far I've been a bit thin on the ground for that. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. So, I guess now I'm kind of glad I kept that set up. This 1, 2 is probably my most kind of suspicious shape next that I'm going to need to deal with. I'm going to say, particularly based on previous games, I'm not counting myself out yet. The third comeback is still very possible. Would have been way more possible if I could have just got that nice... maybe that was actually a place where I called, so I got 2 wests. Although no one's dropped a single west. Like, which seems wild to me, quite frankly. Four still doesn't help. Nope, don't want to pawn that. Don't want to chi that. Maybe we do chi this and just rely on the west winds. I think someone's going to drop one at some point. There we fucking go. Thank you. Okay, sure. He just has... Every tile I drop is the one he needs. Okay. Cool. I can't drop anything in this house. Oh. It's all going downhill. But we'll soldier on anyway. Now we're in the realms of we need a stupid hand to come back on, and we have very limited reaches left. Also, 2 west winds down turn 1. They hate me. They actually hate me. They want me dead. 4, 5, 6. Sure. We'll take that. Ooh. Alright. Could drop a green dragon for this, actually. 3, 4, 5 trip 6s. There's something in that. Also, we've got a Dora 1 here. With a 3, so it probably be in high demand, but a 2 of bamboo wouldn't go amiss. 7 doesn't really do us any good, particularly when we dropped 1. So what are we looking for here? Like, block 1, block 2, block 3. It's a bit scuffed taking this trip 6s instead of just a pair of 6s and 1, 2, 3, I guess, but... It's not like it's beyond fixing. If we get, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pair of 6s, that can still flop back, like, quite nicely. Can I draw something that isn't a wind, please? Holy! God would love to improve my hand in the game Mahjong, but, does not look like it's going to happen. Wouldn't you believe it? I bally well say. I still don't need the 7 as well. I've dropped 3 of them now. Am I dead? How big is this hand? I'm not dead. But I can't call reach. Which is an issue for a guy like me, who quite likes calling reach. Okay, east-south, we've got none of the relevant winds. Our hand is garbage. Godspeed us, I guess. Just surviving around would be nice. Okay, you know what, it's despite looking like a kind of iffy hand to start with, it's improved into something that's really not that bad. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Aside from the fact I've got a pair of 1s, which sucks because I need every point I can get, and Tanya would be a godsend right now. Is that the play? No, because pure double sequence only works in a closed hand, so it wouldn't actually net us anything extra here. It would just kind of confuse matters. What we would love to do is draw into like a 5, 8, or 8 pin. Actually, no. The not drawers, we just self-draw the... Actually, I suppose we've got 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Like, is it ever the case that we drop a 6 here? And then that leaves us outside of pure double sequence is the only problem. I think it's still the right play. Now, we're going to need to get rid of these 1s next. But, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. That's slightly inconvenient, but okay. And I wish I'd kept that 6 to this 1 now, but I wasn't looking that far ahead. Well, this is now just very weird. Okay. He self-drew it. What am I meant to do, man? I was doing my best there, and I got hit with the fucking... Ow. Well. Well. I gotta admit, I do like this guy. But since I started using him... Fucking... Where's my match record recently? Oh, I did actually have a couple of games where I won with him, to be fair. But yeah, now it's just like, what is this, brother? What is this? I mean, 30% fourth? Ugh. I am just not good at getting first. I'm pretty good at getting second. But I'm almost as good at getting fourth as I am second. Oof. And I do not play defense, which is fair, honestly. I had a game, I think it was this game, where I won the first hand for like 16k, and then I just lost every other hand for like 3 or 4k till I was in the minus points. And I was like, how? How have I been bled to death here? Oh, but, c'est la vie. This is how these things sometimes happen. But yeah, I think I'm gonna actually call things here. It's a bit of a shorter stream than normal, and I apologize for that, but I'm a little eepy. So I think we've had a couple of hours of Mahjong. I'll call it there, and I'm going to go and find someone to raid into. Let's have a look. I'm feeling, let's go raid into Araet. Let's go look for some Grand Blue, shall we? So I'm going to raid you into there. Tell him Marty sent you. I apologize about the stream. I'll try and have it fixed for next stream. I'm just going to hope a restarting my computer fixes it. If not, fuck. But yeah, until then, and for those of you watching on YouTube, obviously, or on the VOD, I've been Artorius Winchester. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Farewell.